Since the beginning of the invasion, World Dance has been supporting and raising funds to help Ukraine. During the first year, together with a generous matching donor, we raised $200,000. Those donations went to the Ukrainian Baptist Church in Galita, which supports refugee centers in Rivne and Lviv, where many people from the east fled for safety. During the first year, we also had the pleasure of meeting Tanya and Julia, who were organizing the bake sales, and we started dancing in the street to draw people into the bake sale. During that first year, Americans were very supportive of Ukraine and were very generous with their donations. The second year, interest started waning as Americans became weary of the war. But for World Dance, our dedication only increased. We had shifted from sending donations to the church to working with Tanya and Julia, who were sending funds to their friends and colleagues in Ukraine, who were delivering aid door to door in the villages, working in refugee centers, and in children's wards in hospitals and cities all over Ukraine. Janet Rainick, our executive director, invited our partners in Ukraine to our Zoom class on Sunday mornings. Each Sunday morning, we spend the first 10 minutes and the last 15 minutes of every class talking with our Ukrainian friends. They tell us about what war really feels like for those who have either chosen or had no choice to stay, but some of these women have chosen to stay when they could leave because they want to stay there to help. Let me tell you about some of the stories we've heard. Laura tells us about being woken up at night by her phone that has an app on it that tells you when the bombs are incoming, where they're coming for, how much time you have before they might land in your area. And there you are lying in your bed trying to think about, do I stay here? Do I get up, get my kids up, bring them into the hallway where it might be safer if the bomb lands nearby? Or do I gather everybody up, put on our coats and boots, grab our go bag, and run to the nearest shelter in a basement somewhere? This is what these women tell us about each Sunday. Another story is from Maria, who just this Sunday was telling us about how she had met a family of 8 children and a widower. His wife died during the war of an illness. He was a soldier, and he had to come home to take care of his 8 children. Now they're displaced. This is what war is like there, and this is what we hear about every Sunday, and I invite you to join us at any time on Sunday to hear a witness, to bear witness to these stories. Elena in Kherson, where the bombing just seems to never stop, she lost her husband this past year, but she still risks her life visiting her neighbors who have children, some with handicapped children, to bring them the aid that Tanya and Julia send to them from World Dance. They can't go out to school, they can't gather because the drones are targeting small groups of people or larger groups of people, so it just doesn't happen there in Kherson. These are the first-hand stories we hear all the time on Sunday. And although many Americans have turned away from Ukraine to support other wars and atrocities happening in the world, and I understand that, World Dance for Humanity has been with you, our fellow Ukrainians, from the beginning. We stand here with you today, and we will stand by you until this nightmare ends. Thank you.